Hi, this is Elle from Caribe Coffee Company with our third Coffee Facts video. The Coffee Fact videos are essentially us answering questions our customers have asked us along the way. And today we are talking about decaf coffee. We often get asked if we stock it, so we thought it would be a good idea to explain why we don't. Obviously there are good reasons to avoid caffeine if you need to cut back for health reasons, you're pregnant or super sensitive to caffeine. But is it worth considering a cup of decaf? So what do we know about decaf coffee? Well, decaf coffee comes from the same beans as caffeinated coffee, but the beans go through a decaffeination process. You may remember last week Will talked about Arabica versus Robusta beans. Robusta essentially is easier to grow, but the taste and quality isn't as desirable. A lot of decaf coffee is made with Robusta coffee. This is because the decaffeination process removes a good amount of the coffee bean's original flavour, and therefore using the more delicate, flavourful Arabica beans is sort of completely pointless and unnecessary. But one of the main issues that we as a company have here is that Robusta is so cheap to buy, it often leaves farmers at a loss, and we want nothing to do with that. If you are as passionate about sustainability as us, you can source Arabica decaf, but there is still more to consider, such as the process of decaffeination. There are two main ways to remove caffeine from coffee, and they all start with the unroasted green coffee bean. Both methods start with beans being soaked in water. This draws out the caffeine along with any flavour associated with that bean. In a chemical method, solvents such as methylene chloride, commonly found in nail polish remover and paint thinner, are added to the water to dissolve the caffeine. The beans are then removed from the solution and the solution is evaporated. Remaining particles, which assumingly include any flavour, are actually added back into the coffee. Now, despite these chemicals being toxic, the level of solvent remaining after the process is vanishingly small and below the level deemed safe by European regulations. But personally, we would rather drink herbal tea. If you still want decaf, definitely look out for the second method known as the Swiss water method, and that uses carbon to filter out and remove the caffeine. And if you still think you want to try decaf, then you should also know that decaf still contains caffeine. Something else to be aware of when buying decaf is that while decaffeination removes most of the caffeine, it is not 100% effective. So if you did have an allergy or were hypersensitive to caffeine, decaf brands would recommend that you don't drink their decaf anyway. So if you did just want a little less caffeine, we would recommend using Arabica, which has almost half of the amount of caffeine as Robusta, and specialty in strictly high-grow coffee has even less caffeine than that. And if you seriously need to remove caffeine for health reasons, then just drink herbal tea or even water. Thanks for listening to this Coffee Facts video, and we will see you in the next one.